because I have the distinct pleasure of just learning this. We have done a lot of streaming. I know some of you are going to be disappointed because Jane's not here and Jane's not the one doing this, but she said she felt more recorded with or more comfortable with recorded messages. So you'll have to put up with me. Anyway, what's interesting about this from my perspective, guys, just so you know, is that I can't see how many people are on and how we're doing. So bear with me as I figure this out. Um, my team is here. I've got Jill and Jane. Jill takes care of most of our, not most of, our community projects, and Jane takes care of our social media, and I'm kind of the tech person, and I'm trusted tour guide Annie. So if someone on my team could text me or let me know that they can see me, confirm that. Maybe Ken could walk in here and tell me, yes, we can see you, all is well. All right, because I would like to get started. Just want to be sure that everyone can see me before I do that. And so this is our recipe tree going live, and we're going to show you how to use our software. It's an online platform to build recipe books should you want to. If you prefer to just keep your recipes online, that's fine too. This is super easy. And okay, so I just got the thumbs up, so I'm going to carry on. All right, so let me give you a little history on our recipe tree. So years ago, my sweet cousins, a number of them, put together a book called Families Relish Recipes. And it was, sorry, I just got a message. It was distracting. Anyways, they did that to raise money for a neonatal unit. And I believe that's correct. The Jill and Jane can correct me in the comments if it was for another reason. But it's something that they had done for years in terms of gathering recipes, making books, and in that case, they did a fundraiser. And I'll talk about our modern day fundraiser in a little bit. But during COVID, we were all isolated, and I was separated from my US husband because I was in Canada and there was border issues, on and on. So, like a lot of us, I had a choice to look for a positive project, and I did. And so I decided that I would update the Relished Recipes book. So I went to do it, found that, hey, you know what? They actually used a typewriter to make this thing. So I tried to scan it. I tried to use all the technology I could. Let's just update it. And then I was faced with, well, that's not going to work. So what do I do? Type it all again? Get them to help me? What am I going to do? So, being a tech junkie like I am, I decided, you know what? I am going to work with my cousins and create this website that will easily allow for editing and adding so that as the years go on, it's not so hard to update your collections. Now, we've all had experiences where you look at your book, your family cookbook, it's 10 years old. People have been added, people are gone, recipes have changed, we've learned about them, and it's just like, oh, I've got this old snapshot in time. How do I do this? How do I update it? So we wanted to create a recipe tree playing on the term family tree, of course, and the fact that it's growing. It's always growing. That's what a recipe tree does. So I'm hoping that the gang is answering any questions you may have as this goes along. Please feel free to use the chat. This will be recorded, and you will be welcome to watch it. We're also going to put it on YouTube. We do a lot of work on YouTube. on Instagram. We are committed to saving the world's recipes and being the best people doing it. So we have spent the last 3 years, have made numerous books. We take, I think, some of the key points that I want to share with you is, first of all, once you put a recipe on here, you can share it to anyone's collection/tree. You only ever have to put it in once. You want to update it? No problem. You come back to it and you update it. You want to share it? You share it. You want to, give someone the link? Easy way to share recipes. We even make QR codes for ours. So when you go to a potluck and everyone's saying to you, oh, can I have that recipe? Boom. The QR code's right on the table. They scan it. They got your recipe. And in all likelihood, they have your beautiful picture, because that's really important to us as well. And I just realized I probably started a little early. It's only 6:33. That's okay. Any questions, put them in the comments. Reach out to us after. We're going to be happy to help you. And before I get started with adding a couple recipes, I just want to let you know that 24 hours from now, we are going to take everyone in our organization, and we have hundreds of people at this point, anyone who still has a free recipe free membership, or anyone that signs up for a free membership from now until 24 hours from now is going to be eligible for one of our 2 lifetime membership giveaways. So we encourage you, if you don't already have our basic membership, please sign up. Tomorrow at this time, we will draw 2 free lifetime memberships, unlimited recipe trees, unlimited books. It's a great deal. We charge $250 for that, and we're giving 2 of them away to any members that are signed up for a free account already or up until 24 hours from right now, and we'll announce it on social media. So if you haven't signed up, please do. But don't leave us yet. Let's make a book. We'll start with a couple recipes. So let me switch my screen over so you can see. So that is our recipe tree. And I had created, let me look for it here because I have everything organized. So I'm working with, as I mentioned, my cousins Jill and Jane, who are twins. And as we get better at this streaming technology, we'll add them too. But they asked to just stay in the background today, but they are answering your comments. And I have all my stuff organized. And what I was going to say is, because my cousin Jill would really give me heck if I wasn't organized. She keeps us organized, and she has been an integral part in making sure that this website operates in an organized way. So we're not some big company. We are just a few people dedicated to saving our history and hoping you'll do the same too with your recipes. They're so important. They're such a gift to give to the next generations. And we get to hang out. And we call it our Roots Crew. So we are the crew that keeps this together. And we thank you for joining our Roots Crew. And we hope you'll stick with us. All right. So what I was going to say is I've created a Gmail account just to walk you through this so you can see exactly how, Jill, exactly. Okay, I got to tell a quick story. So Jill has a video on our recipe tree, and it's so cute because it is, she makes the best salted chocolate chip cookies, and I think it's called the Ultimate Chocolate Chip Cookie. It's you can find it on here. But there's a video that goes with it, which is one of the things that we offer with our recipe tree. You can put videos right with your recipe. So her sister Jane realized that Jill several times during this presentation of how to make these cookies said the word exactly. And so then Jane added a video of her and her buddy having a drink every time Jill said the word exactly. So I giggle every time I hear the word. So let's get to it. I am going to, and if you see me looking, it's because I have 2 screens. So I'm not going to sign in, I'm going to sign up. Okay, now please note that in the bottom here, you can see, you can use your Facebook account or Google and sign up that way if you prefer. But I'm just going to sign up. My name is Annie, but I'm just going to do Jane Doe for the sake of this exercise. And my test I created was recipe test 33 at gmail.com. And I'll just do a FB Live 333 FB Live 333, and I'm going to sign up. Okay. Oh, I messed up. My words didn't match. Let me try again. The computer's obviously smarter than I am in most days. Okay, sign up. Still didn't match. Oh, there we go. Now you see in the top right, verification mail sent. This is so important. This is one of the things, I think more and more websites are doing this all the time now, so people are more used to it, but it is crucial that you now go to whatever email you signed up with and see the verification email that's come in. Whoops, sorry. It may have gone to spam. No, not there yet. So I don't see it yet. All right, well, let's go back and let's see if it'll let me sign in. I could have typed it incorrectly. So let me try. It's always when you're showing someone technology that, doesn't quite work that day. So it's telling me my email isn't verified. You know what? I used the wrong email address. Sorry, guys. I'm going to have to do this again. All right. Not the end of the world. Let's just carry on.
Just saying it's 2026, not 33.
Right. Yes, thank you. My team's reaching out. What are you doing? See, I told you I'd get in trouble with Jill, you guys. All right, let's try this again. All right. Someone's got a verification email. Okay. All right. Now, verification mail sent. Remember I told you you got to go to the right one. Thank you. There it is. Verification mail. Verify. Now we are good to go and signed in. So what this does, when you sign in at any time, you can see my email was verified successfully. Now some things change as you, I still have a free account in this case. So you're not going to see all of the features that are available to paid accounts, but I'll go into a paid account in a little bit. But let's just add a recipe. This is how simple it is. So you signed up for free. You're starting to save your recipes. You verify your email, very important. And unlike yours truly, please use the correct email address. All right. So I'm going to go back so this is, it's called Index 2, and it's the 3 basic things that you can do in our recipe tree. You can add or edit your recipes. You can share using a recipe tree. And when you hear recipe tree, just think Recipe tree is the same as a digital recipe box, is the same as your recipe collection, okay? Then you can generate an ebook if and when you want. Now both the tree and the ebook are for paid customers. Now we're not going to get too much into that because there's so much you can do without ever paying a dime. You can add your recipes, and if you want to collaborate with a group, you're going to have one of you, just one of you, have a paid subscription, and you can all contribute for free. So let's carry on with just adding a recipe, okay? So let's create a recipe. Now this is a really fun feature that we've added, and you can watch this little video from Jane. Not right now, but later. We created an AI helper to write your story. Now the biggest thing, we all know there are millions and millions, literally 84 million last time I checked, chocolate chip cookie recipes online. 84 million. But you know what? There's only one my cousin Jill makes. And that's what we're about, is the story and the pictures that go with breaking bread together. So I'm going to do a real simple recipe from an old family book that we're working on making live. So just a simple one. This is called Dill Dip. So give it a simple name. Now, this feature here, I'm hoping you can see this. Let me just make it just a smidge bigger, okay? So add this recipe too. Now you can give recipes to other people's collections, or you keep them private. I know I've met lots of people now that they don't want to share their recipes. They just want to keep them to themselves, and that's fine. You can keep all of this private with some of our premium features. So in this case, I'm just new to this, so the only place I can share it at this point is to my own profile. So that's fine. And this is from the kitchen of, I'm just going to say, Nana. Okay. Now this is where the AI at the top is really fun. So let's go over. If you click on this link here, it will take you to this. It's free to use. It's lots of fun. If you never use our recipe tree and you just want to save stories about your recipes, please use this. We made it. We love it. It's so much fun. And it's AI. So it's old school and new school all at the same time. So you can use these prompts if you want. So tell me the recipe name and who taught it and when. So it'll tell me, and when your family makes it. Okay, so I want a story to put in with my recipe, and I'm now in the AI story generator that will talk me through creating a fun short story to put with my recipe. So it says, I'd love you to turn this into a meaningful story. Could you tell me a bit more about the recipe? What's the name of the recipe? So we know it's dill dip. Who taught you how to make it? My Nana taught me. And you don't have to be, I don't know how much you use AI, but you really don't have to worry. Unlike when you're talking to Jill or some of my other friends, you don't have to be precise with your grammar or anything else. So my Nana taught me. And when does your family usually make it? Holidays, special occasions, everyday meals. And always on my birthday. Okay, let's see. It may have some more questions, but no, it just gave me this. Now, the big thing with AI, and this, I guess, is kind of like a little bonus of learning about this, is it can be wrong. It can say things that aren't your tone. So let's look at this real quick. Every year on my birthday, there's one thing I look forward to, blah, blah, blah. And I say, you know what? Make it funnier. Make it more humorous. I don't know how to spell that. She was lots of giggles. Okay. There you go. You know, she taught me to be and I told Jill and Jane, my co-conspirators on all this. So I'm just going to copy this and we'll go over to our recipe tree, and we'll put this in the description or in the history. Okay, so now we know it's dill dip from the kitchen of Nana. It's going on my Jane Doe. And there, now I have a story, and I can, amend it if I like. Now this is interesting. So set the drop down to yes for one or both options below. Now we have this set up. Do you want to upload an image of your existing recipe card? So a lot of us have these, okay, that are part of our history. And this is set up that if you wanted to, you could choose yes, and then you simply upload a picture of this, and it becomes your recipe. Okay, but I'm going to put no for now. Do you want to type in your list of ingredients and your directions? And I'm going to say yes. So my list of ingredients, I've got 2/3 cup sour cream. I've got 1 parsley, bear with me. I think it's important to go through the whole thing. So it's only a couple more ingredients, guys, but it is very quick to add recipes. Okay. 1 teaspoon onion and 1 teaspoon dill. Okay, so those are my ingredients and my directions. Mix well and let chill. That's it. All right. Now, these are mandatory fields. Select your recipe and ethnicity. This is kind of something that we put in because we want to have give people the ability to search by these and what category this is going to be an appetizer. Okay. Total time to prepare, I don't know, 15 minutes. That's not in the recipe. Prep time is same, 15 minutes. Cook time is 0. And we're going to say it creates 10 servings of an appetizer, right? Notes. Great with all fresh veg. Okay, and the notes in the book that I'm looking at are longer than this, but I don't want to waste your time with you watching me type. Okay, so now we just save it. But like I said earlier, it's really important to us that we have pictures to go with this. So I am going to select a couple pictures. This is my mom. So I'm going to add a picture of her. Now, when you're doing this on your phone or your tablet, which you certainly can do if you prefer, you could actually take a live picture and upload that. So in my case, I knew I was doing this, so I got ready and I had the pictures that I wanted to use. So this is Pearl. The names, eh? Where did they get these names? This is Emmy, Norma, and Pearl. Those are some beauts, aren't they? Okay, so you can go up to 4 pictures. You're going to see in a minute how those are going to look, but you can decide which one is going to be going to be your index picture. Again, you'll see when we go along here what that means. So I go next, and there. So I'm missing one. Let me go back. Let's try Pearl again. Okay. Now, this is the page you can embed a video. This is just slightly more complicated in that, so we don't store video on our site. What we do is we ask that you put it onto a video service that can be YouTube, that can be Vimeo, that can be Loom, all kinds of different options. It's a little more detailed. You know, some of the younger people are super comfortable with this. It's easy to do and it's a great feature to have. But for today, I'm not going to put one on there. We are open to certainly doing another session for people because we know we have learned so much on just how do you edit your pictures, how do you put a video on YouTube so you can use it. So we could do sessions specific to that if in fact that's what you're looking for. So I just looked at the time. I said, we're going to be done this so quick. People are going to be we're going to be done a book in a half an hour, but I guess I'm a big talker. So let's finish this recipe. Okay. So now what it does is when you've done that, it's going to say, hey, invite some other people. You're not required to do that. You can just carry on and come back to your recipes. So now I'm new to this. So what I'm going to do is look, okay, where are my recipes? Add and edit my recipes. Now, all of these, if I had a long list, like if you look at Jill and Jane's, they have so many. And they can sort by recipe name, by the last modification date, and by recipe category. So Jane does a lot of canning and savory type, and Jill does baking. So Jill can search for just desserts, for meals, whatever she wants, and whatever you want. Again, this is a free account. So all of this is free for you, and we just want to share your recipes. We want you to save them and share them with whoever you want. So let's look at what we can do now. So you can see, you can edit. I'm hoping you can see that. On my screen, it doesn't look like it showing up. Maybe it's just the lag. Anyway, so you can choose edit, share your recipe, view, or remove. So share your recipe. We're going to save that if we have time later. View. So there it is. I don't know why Pearl didn't show up. But you know what? There's our story that we wrote about Nana and all the information. But let's go back and see about adding another recipe and adding another picture. Very important. Like I say, when all this started, it was so important to me that whatever we created was easily editable. A year from now, again, think tree, think living collection, not, okay, everybody puts it all in Google Sheets and we all create a book and we print it and it's beautiful. And what if we want to change it? Oh, now we got to do all this. This is so hard. Whereas ours, super easy. You can change it. All right, let's pick another picture here for the gang. Oops, that one's cut off. So I did not have all of these edited. There is a little bit of editing that has to happen. But again, we can do a session on that if you like. Oh, so it turned out okay. So what I was saying earlier about having the main picture, the index picture, that's the one with the green around it. So in this case, I can just drag this. Do you want to add this image as your main profile? Yes, I do. So now that will show up at the top. Okay, so let's go back now. We're going to finish. We're going to go to recipes. This is, again, if you want other people to join you. But I'm going to go to my recipes. And I'm going to view it. And you can see, I'll fix that later. But, so, now you can click through these and they will enlarge. So all four you'll be able to see. Okay, so what I'm going to do now is I'm going to sign out of this one. Okay, and I'm going to sign into my other account where I have more recipes. It's kind of a test account. I don't have a ton. And you know what? Let's just share the reality of who Annie Hall is in all of this. I got to tell you, I'm a very selfish person because it's not just that I wanted to do this for me because hey, I'm a cook and I have recipes. I don't. But I know Jill and Jane do. And they're so important to me and they are such a huge part of my history. My mom passed when I was 21 and I am desperate to be sure that, you know, I leave my kids as much of my story and my backstory as possible because I never got a chance to ask my mom. So I brought my tech skills to this and they bring their cooking skills. So that's why I don't have a ton of recipes. I rely on them. I just built them the place to put it. Okay, so now I'm into a paid account, okay? So you've seen what we can do with the free add recipe account. Now we're gonna look at a tree, okay? So a tree is a place where you can bring any number of components together. You know, this is something we really struggled with. Are they tree members? Are they branches? Are they? But it's a collection. So if you think of it as file folders, I better be careful. My cousin Jill gets mad at me if I do analogies. But it is a place where you bring things together in a way that works for you. So you could do courses in a meal. You could do siblings. You could do a hockey team to raise money. You could do a mission. And I'm going to come back to the mission in a little bit. But so let's just look at, I'm going to do my teaching tree. Okay. So I've already created that, but let's do a new one. I should do a new one. Add a new recipe tree. Okay. So we're going to call this the Facebook Live tree. Okay, and if I want, I can do a subtitle. So I'm just going to put loving it. Okay, and we have a bunch of different templates here of what your actual tree would look like behind you. The other thing we have is if you want your tree to look a certain way, and again, I'll show you how all that works in a minute. But you could put your own picture. So let's say you were doing one for you and your siblings or you and your girlfriends or whatever. You put your own picture there and you can use that. So let's go ahead and use, this is the first one that Cousin Jane and I, this tree here, the first one we use. So it's always near and dear to my heart. Now, because this is a premium account, I could make this private, but in this case, I'm not going to. Create my recipe tree. Okay, super cute. I'm just scrolling with control so you can see more of it. I'm going to add a new tree member. Now, what I'm going to do here is I'm going to put my own name, okay? And it will ask me, because there could be many Annie Halls that I have access to, that I have permission with. There's all kinds of permissions of how you share with your groups. And would you like to use your own user profile? So I'm going to say yes. So that puts me on the tree, aka the collection, and all my recipes come with me. Okay? Now I'm going to add one more. And I'm going to say Jane. I think I have permission. I'm going to say Jane Berthium. Okay? Now, Jane, there's two different things. Jane on a tree could have certain recipes, and Jane, her overall profile has recipes. So I'm going to go for her overall profile. Okay? Jane, hopefully you can give me permission and that will show up. Okay, my request is on the way. Everything is through permissions. You can't just take someone else's recipes. They have to give you permission. So let me come back to my recipe trees, edit my recipe trees. Okay, and there's my Facebook Live. I'm going to go back and edit it. Okay. So we don't have Jane's permission yet, but I'm sure we will. There's a bit of a delay on Facebook. So when I do get her permission, she'll pop up there and she'll be part of my tree. Now, well, who cares about the tree, right? Let me give you a couple quick asides that are really important. Please keep this in mind. There's a lot of stuff going on here. I know when you start making the collection and then your book, if you want it, we have done a huge amount of, okay, so we've done a huge amount of work. See, Janie gave us her permission. We can drag and drop these. Thanks, Jane. Appreciate it. Okay. And so now I have 2 people on my tree and I got all her recipes just that quick. So what happened there is it sent her an email, Jane, can I use your recipes on my tree? I'm putting a collection together. She said, yes, boom, I got them. There's a lot of features you'll see here. Invite others to add recipes. Not going to get into that right now. I want to give you strong basis, strong foundation, but our Jane has done all kinds of, I'm going to open this in a new tab and I'll go over to it real quick. So there's a whole series of videos, okay? And when you're looking at our videos, please note that they are in a series. So in the top right there is, will tell you how many in that particular series, what you can do for free, how to sign up. So that's education on your time, not our time, okay? So just whatever's convenient for you. So let me come back here. All right, now I'm going to scroll into this a little so you can see. You'll see here with your members, and this is, I'm seeing already that this is a little too complex for 1 hour, but you can edit her name, her date of birth, who she is. But you see, this is the beauty of our recipe tree. All of this, tree member history, her picture, everything came because she gave me permission. I didn't have to type it. She didn't have to type it. Boom, we're working together. We're collaborating. It's all there. So we go back to the tree. Update. We're good. Okay. And I'm there. So now our tree is set. And we could add another tree member. We can go up to like 15 people. Now, in a special case, if you really needed more, we could do more. You could get a hold of us. What we find happens is aesthetically, it becomes too crowded from a picture standpoint. But we can do it if you want us to. Just get a hold of us. We'll help you. So now, got recipes. We've got a tree. But now I've got a wedding coming up, and I would love to make a book specific to that bride and groom, because Jane's an aunt, I'm an aunt, and we want to put our history together. And then we're going to put a dedication for the book, and it'll be a one-of-a-kind gift. And here's the news flash. We can make as many different books as we like. Okay? Stay tuned. Okay, so our tree is done. Now let's go up here, and I'm going to add and edit my recipe trees. Okay. So I can go and look at that one, but let's look at all my trees. View my trees. Look at all the different ones I've made. And all of these have a story behind them. Okay, so here's how it works. When I'm viewing, and if they're public, which mine are, obviously I want to help people learn. But this is the cool part. So I go and I say FB Live and I look at Jane. Click on Jane. I get her story, who she is. Ready? Ready? I get all her recipes. And I can just click through here. Oh, this is a good one, this Christmas coffee. And again, we're about the people. I love this picture. There's one, oh, I gotta find, where's the appetite? I'll show you my favorite one of Jane. I love this. This is her and her son. And look at that. Oh my God, it's adorable. So anyways, we're all about the stories. So we have our recipes. We got our collection. We've now expanded our collection because we brought more people into our tree. Now we're making that special book. So we're going to add and edit our recipe book. Okay, I'm going to add a new book. So FB wedding book. Okay, our subtitle is for the happy couple. All right, now we get to pick a template at the front. So again, you can create your own template, and in this case, we do have some really nice ones for weddings. So I'm going to go there and I'm going to pick this wedding car as my cover. All right. Now I get to write a dedication that's going to show up in my book. We love you and wish you the best. Would you like to include a table of contents? I'm going to say yes, but I could say no, either way. Now this is a fun thing that we have. It's a kitchen conversions chart. That's really nice if it's a new couple or you're sending a child off to college and you want them to have a conversion chart. I know they can get it on Google, but it's still cool in the book. A roasting guideline. I have used mine to this day and I've been cooking a long time. So I'm going to say yes. Now we say, so the basis of our books are always our collections, aka recipe trees. You pick that, and from that you pick what you want in that or on that tree to be in your book. So we just created our Facebook Live tree. So that's the recipe tree we would like to make into a book. Would you like to add a page for the Our Story information on your recipe tree? So the Our Story, as long as you have at least 2 people or members on your tree, you can write an Our Story page, which is why do we know each other, who we are, some background on the grouping. So if you were doing a church, for example, and you were doing a fundraiser, you could put, this is the story of the church, and have, in that case, you could have the pastors, the ushers, the fundraisers, the youth pastors, that could be your grouping, and what's the story of that group. In this case, I'm going to say no, it's just Jane and I, but would you like to add any tree member profiles? So yes, I would. Now you'll see that when we add the tree member profiles, the story of that person comes with it, not just their recipes. So now we decide which of the people on the tree or the entities on the tree do we want to include. We can include all of them or just 1 or 2. So I want myself. Then it shows what recipes I have available. So everybody loves my bacon twists. I'm going to say that. And I'm going to do cream of potato soup, which has a cute story with it. Okay. Now I want Jane too. So add another tree member. And I get Jane Berthium. Wait till you see all her recipes. So I could just select all of them, but I'll just do a couple. Look at this. Okay, where is her watermelon one with Philip? Okay, and I wish Emmy's applesauce. I'm going to show you that in a little bit. Okay, so I just did a couple just to show you. Okay, so we've picked what we want in our book. Okay, we've done the dedication. We've decided we want a table of contents, a conversion chart, roasting guideline. We picked which tree, aka collection, we want this book to be about. We don't want an Our Story, and we want member profiles. Then we picked our members, and which recipes we wanted from them. Okay, so now we're ready to go. Let's go make our book. So here it is. We've got our table of contents, our dedication, our kitchen conversions, roasting guidelines, and then our recipes. But you know what? Jane's got better recipes than me. So everything you see here, you can change by dragging and dropping. So roasting guidelines, I'd rather have that before kitchen conversions. Just drag and drop it and it changes in the book. I'd rather have my dedication before in my table of contents. I want Jane above me there. I want her applesauce above her appetizers. So as you can see, everything can change, just simple drag and drop. All right, now we're to the hard part. Let's make a book. Okay, as it says, it's making it on the fly, so it's going to take a minute. So just stand by. And I'm hoping everything is going good with our questions. So there it is. There's your book. FB wedding book for the happy couple. Oh, whoops. Sorry about the spelling. I've got this expanded. That's why it looks kind of sketchy. Dedication. We love you and wish you the best. Table of contents. That's off a little. So there's the roasting guidelines. Those are standard. It's just you can include them. We did it because some people will want them in their books. Just simple. It's kind of fun for new cooks to have handy, right? And there's Jane's profile page, like we discussed. So it's, again, we talk about who's sharing these recipes. There's my Aunt Emmy and her applesauce, which online has a video. She has passed now, so it's very precious to all of us. And Jane's watermelon skewers. Whoops. And there's my bacon twists. Cream of potato soup. And any little glitches like pictures and stuff, we're right here to help you. If, you know, sometimes it's the picture you've uploaded and then that needs another upload. Don't ever worry about that. You just reach out. We'll be back to you and we'll get it straightened out for you. But for the most part, we don't have those issues. So that's it. You added your recipes. You made a tree. You made a book. Now, just for fun, let's go back. Or let's go here to recipe books. And I think that's enough. I think that's enough for today. I'm just going to quickly show you. You can see our membership page. We have different ways. You can join for as little as $9.70 a month. You can cancel anytime. But we encourage you, again, we're doing we're 2 lifetime membership giveaways. Please sign up. We're going to take everyone with a free membership, either existing and up to 24 hours from now, and we're going to give away 2 lifetime memberships. I encourage you, whether you're watching this as it's recorded or live, please, if you have questions, if you think you'd like a session on editing your video, editing your pictures, working with our AI, and again, that, just to be sure that everyone knows where that is, when you go to add and edit your recipes, and you go to add a recipe, the link is right here for the AI helper. It's free to use. If you never come see us again, we encourage you to use that AI story helper. It's tons of fun. Let's see, we have a blog. I don't think we've done anything lately, but there's some great, oh, Jane, look at Jane. Jane's right in there in March, but she's done a lot of great tips and here you go. Why food is the best inheritance. Don't leave them money, leave them recipes. You use the money. Okay, so recipe trees, recipes. Again, we've got our how-to video series, which is really quite good. One of the things is really please feel comfortable in contacting us because we're constantly working on this. We find ways to do things more efficiently. So you will, potentially see something different than in the videos. They might not be exactly up to date. So if you ever have a question, just reach out. I'm going to give you another thing on this, on the website. You'll see this button here, redeem gift cards. We give away gift cards. We've done it at wedding shows and different events. These are a 1-year free membership. We typically will give it to a bride and groom or anyone that want perhaps a maid of honor, and we're just finishing our package where it gives you the whole instruction on how to make a special wedding book or a graduation book, baby shower, whatever, to keep that keepsake. And this redeem gift cards, that's what it's referring to. In addition to that, you can see give as a gift. So we have an online gift. So if you know someone that's the recipe keeper in your world, or that you want to be, just like I got Jill and Jane to do it for me, you can buy them a gift of membership for 1 year. It's $97, I believe, but we often have sales. We'll probably do an Easter sale. So, but that's there. It's available to you at any time. And we have the contact us page. We have all kinds of social. It's interesting. Jane, heads up, we don't have, I think we do at the bottom. So we have our social media here at the bottom, but we have worked very diligently, Jane especially, in doing Facebook and YouTube and sharing different things. We are here for you. We are like you. We're your Roots crew. We want you to save your recipes. We want you to pass them on. They are such a wonderful gift, not only to the next generation, but to each other. So Jill, I want to show you some of the books that we've made real quick. Stand by. So this one is one that Jill made. Sorry, it's kind of weird to try and show this. But Jill made this one for her and some ladies that she has had as a ladies group where they have shared raising their kids and stuff for years. And she did this as a Christmas gift for them. They had a color party where you had to wear the color, and so if you had black, you had to wear black and make a black thing. Can you imagine? Jill had pink, so she had beautiful dessert she made. Here she is. Here's our Jill. Whoops. Can you see her? There she is. And she made strawberry filled angel food cake. So she was pink. Anyways, but that's one of the books. We had this printed professionally. And you can see on our website how to do that. Your book is going to be a PDF file. If you never want to print it professionally, you never have to. You want to print it at home, print it at home. You want to use it as a PDF in case your computer goes down, do it that way. I can tell you the story in the beginning. Jill was adamant that you have to be able to produce a book. You have to be able to print a book. A year goes by. Jill, how do you like that book that you did originally? I don't use that book. I use my tablet. But they are beautiful gifts. And then real quickly, because our hour is almost gone, this book is a real labor of love that Jill did. And this is local to us, Amherstburg, Ontario. And what Jill did is she went and found local celebrities. I'm going to cry. She found local celebrities. I'm going to do Scott Elliott, who is someone we've known our whole lives. And this is his background. And what they did is they contributed their story and how they relate to the community, and then one of their favorite recipes. We then turned around and we had some beautiful sponsors that helped us print this book, and we sold them to raise money for the Amherstburg Food and Fellowship Mission. Now, when all this started, we thought, wouldn't it be great if we could make some money at this? Of course, let's face it, everybody would like to make some money. It's cost us some money. But if we could feed people, if we could take those of us that have been so blessed to have a good, rich family food history and beautiful recipes and beautiful meals and break bread with each other, if we could take that heritage and turn it into feeding those that haven't had that. And really, this was our first big example of it. They sold like crazy. It was so fun. It was a great community event. And our recipe tree is the reason that we were able to do this. And so it would end a lot of hard work from Jill and some other people and some of our great sponsors. But the basis of being able to do that and collaborate and bring all that together in a way that we could edit and improve on was our recipe tree. So that's one of our more profound examples. One more I'll show you here. This is one of our wedding books we did. This is one Jane did for someone that's near and dear to her. But here's the dedication page. So you can see what kind of thing you can do. And again, this is a one-of-a-kind gift. You are now in a position. Some people knit. We can make books. We can share. They can share it online. And you can edit it. And you can make it specific to someone else. So I don't want it to sound sales pitchy, but I do think it's such a cool thing to have. I love it. Jill, Jane, anybody? We have 7 minutes left. I'm trying to think if I've missed anything. Ken, maybe you can let me know if the girls think I've missed anything, if they want me to add anything. We encourage you, if anyone's online or comes after the fact and watches this as recorded, please let us know. Would you like us to do a different training related to this? Would you like us to do this again? Would you like us to do this better? What could we do to help you? And just some fun things while I'm here. And okay, so recipes. Recipes are public if you have a free account. If you have a premium account and you'd like to keep them private, that's totally up to you. But let's look for Jill's cookies. So I want to say ultimate chocolate. I think that's how the name starts. Let's see what we get. No data found. Nice. I think ultimate's in there. There they are. There's Jill. Okay, view details. So this is a really good example. Now, one of the things you see here is if you have a Pinterest board, you can just click here. And you can't see it because it opened on my other screen, but it'll open Pinterest and you can pin it. So those are the chocolate chips. You can flip between these. And I encourage you, if you have the courage to make these, because they're a bit fussy, but man, are they worth it. So here's Jill with her video of making her chocolate chips and saying exactly. And this is Jane and her buddy doing the exactly drinking game. Anyway, but this is a great place. So it's not just the saving and creating of books, but it's a great place to get great recipes. So if you want, you can search for something specific. So let's say you wanted to see peppers. There's lots of fun stuff in here for peppers. And you could search this way too. Just go to shared recipes. Sorry, I got to take a drink. Okay, shared recipes. So you can go through what's recent. So there's the one I did earlier with my cutoff picture. Sorry about that. This is one Jane said was really good. This is a newer one that was someone sent to her. and came via social media. And this is my Jane and my Jill, my co-conspirators, and this is butternut squash rather than pumpkin pie. And I believe they really enjoyed it. So you can search that way. You can see these arrows. You just want to cruise on through. Just go to the next one. No picture on this one, but Jill said these are really good. And, oh, I like chickpea. But Jane puts that yucky cilantro on things. Yuck. I don't know if it's in this one, but it's in a lot of her stuff. I don't like it. Another thing, just about using the site, you can favorite things. And then when you go up to your profile up here, you can look for your favorites. Okay. And they'll all show up there and you can get to them. This is a little feature. One of my kids told me to do this. Some people like a dark screen and some people like a light screen. So that's what that switch is for. And you can edit your profile so that when people are on here, they can find out a little bit more about you. You don't have to, but you put that in and it stays when you share your profile to other people. That will go with if you share the whole thing. You can change your password, your subscription plan, and log out. And we are at time. So, is there anything, Ken, could you let me know? Is there anything that I need to answer, or are we good? We're going to wrap it up. Y'all can come back and check the recording. And I thank you for being here. It's been wonderful. We'll get better at this and we will be available to you. And I think that's it. Nothing? Okay. All right. Wait, here comes my runner. All good?
Yep.
Okay. Bye, guys. Thank you.